Okay, in this video we're just going to have a look at how you can import products into WooCommerce, and there's actually a really good sample CSV template for WooCommerce, but a lot of people don't seem to know it's there because it's actually part of the plugin. So, if you've installed WooCommerce and you're looking to get your store set up, you've probably got this all kind of set up here. And then when we come to all products, I've literally just set this up, so we've got this screen here, but normally you just get like the little either create a product or import a product type thing. And then when we come to start import, it sort of assumes we know what we're doing and tells us to add a CSV. But what you'll find actually, if you find the WooCommerce, if I can spell it properly, the WooCommerce plugin, and then what you can do, if you come to the plugin store, I can leave a link to this in the comments. Essentially, you can download it through here, and then you'll just have it as like a set of files. And then if you jump into Finder, what you'll find is, so this is the structure of the plugin basically, and all you want is the sample data folder. So in sample data, you can see we've got a few CSV files, XML files, and a CSV is basically like comma separated value document. So it's essentially like a spreadsheet, and you can import it in. So I'll show you what it's like. You've got these ones here. If we just take sample products, because that's quite a nice basic one, jump into that. And it's probably worth mentioning, you can open this in something like Microsoft Excel, or if you don't have the Microsoft Office suite, you can open it in something free like OpenOffice. And you can see it's got all the fields that you generally need to add a product. So you've got your ID, your type of product, whether that's a simple product, a variable product, grouped. It could be external, downloadable, all those kind of things. And then you've got your SKU, your name of the product, whether it's published or not. And then, and so on. And you can go through and you can fill all these bits out, your descriptions and things like that. And the hope is you've probably got a lot of this already in documents and things. If they're, the products either you sell personally or you sell them on the behalf of somebody else, hopefully you've actually got some of these things. Some of these things in here, you'll need to take a little bit of time to understand, like in stock, that's like a Boolean value. So like a true or false. So a 1 is in stock, a 0 is out of stock. So it's not stock levels, it's more of a kind of like, is it in stock or is it not in stock? And then you've got things like back orders, and then this bit's obviously quite important. If you're doing things like weight-based shipping, you'll want to get all your weights into here. If you're doing size-based shipping, make sure you get all your product dimensions in. What else have we got in here? Obviously the price, that's important, you need that in there. Sale price if you've got one. Things like categories and tags, you'll need to set some of that up in advance. Like to be able to drop these in, you'll need to have those categories available. Tags can create themselves, but you'll need a bit of a category structure. And then you've got things like images, which it depends how you want to do this, but you can upload all the images to the media library if you want in advance, and then you can copy the image values from there. So like if we're back in our site, like in a media library, you can just upload an image, and then down here, file URL, and then you can just use that in here, and that's essentially your where that image is. And then you've got things like cross sales and upsells, all that kind of stuff. You potentially probably won't be doing that to start with, but so you've got all of that. And then if we go back, I can kind of show you what will happen here. So if we go back to WooCommerce products, and then we'll go to start import. Like I said, this might look ever so slightly different. What I'll do is let me just create a product called test. It's obviously missing everything it needs, but that will change the all products page. So there you go. So it may look like this for you. And you can see up here, we've got add new product, import, export. So if we go to import, and then we can actually choose that CSV file. And obviously you can just make a copy of the sample CSV. It's quite useful to have the original one with like some of the dummy data in there, because then you can see what needs to be kind of like formatted in which way. And then create your own copy that's easier to find than this one. And yeah, once you've done that, we can just hit import, and then you can see it takes us to the next stage. And then once the CSV file's there, you can see if you've got any of this wrong, you can just check and do some field mapping here. So it might be that certain bits of it didn't work, or they need to be double checked, but you can see in here. So for whatever reason, okay, so you can see in here, we've got a problem there where the heights, widths and lengths are actually wrong because they're set up wrong in the store. So we've got these in inches, these are in centimeters. So things like that, obviously, you know, make sure you've kind of got that all ironed out. But you can see in here, the ones that don't kind of tally up, they'll generally come up with some kind of do not import, because they, you know, they're not going to work. And then once you're happy with everything in there, you know, you've got everything, so your column names and the product fields all meet up, you can import your products, and then this bar will sort of start coming across once everything's good. And depending how many products you've got importing, this could sort of take different times for it to finish. And you can see there it's imported 18 products and 7 variations. And then if we go to view our products, you can see here. So it's just a sample data from WooCommerce, but obviously you use your own images and your own products and all those kind of things. And there you go. You've got your product name, price. You probably don't want that in there, saying it's a simple product, but that's from the example sheet. And you can see it's put it into a category and everything. And we've got all the imagery, it's got the related products. So it can be a little bit of trial and error, you know, it's not the end of the world. You can kind of, if it goes wrong, you can kind of come in, you can delete them. It's not like, you know, it's not the end of the world. Probably the best way to do it. If you can have coming soon as a store, but also if your store's live and you're trying to do this, I mean, having a test site is the best way to do it. But if you don't have the luxury of that, you just, when you import your products, just make sure you import them as drafts rather than being live. So then just in case there's a problem with pricing or stock or anything like that, they're not live instantly and you don't have to go chasing around after, you know, loads of different products trying to iron out all the problems. But yeah, that's it really. So hopefully that helps. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you found the video helpful, please give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, check out the WordPress playlist on this channel and please subscribe.